Hi guys, it's Rachelle from Monolane Furniture in really humid Sydney. I shouldn't complain after all the weather we've been having, I know, but it's humid. I was gifted this piece on Facebook Marketplace. I love it. I'm not going to go so far as to say it's MCM because I honestly don't know enough about MCM, but I do know that it's that style and it is that era. The top is laminate. This trim around the edge is plastic. The sides are just ply and poor quality at that. I'm going to go around and fill all those areas. So this is just thin ply on the back. It's damaged here. Because at this stage I don't know what I'm doing, I'm going to fill these drawer pull holes. Could you please tell me what your favourite wood filler is? I've got it laid on its back now and I just want to fix this damaged bit in the back. I want to put a little panel here. On the back I'll fill it. So this is the wider paint stirrer that I found. I'm going to glue that on there now. I'm going to use Weld Bond. Get this from Bunnings. My trusty sleek touch-up brush. This is where we're at after the first day. So I've scuff sanded it all over my Bailey, filled any dents with the wood filler. I now need to clean it with TSP. So that's day one done. It's the next day. This is all prepped, ready to go, and I'm going to give the top a once over with this Lignacolor 2-in-1 stain blocker and primer. So this is a transparent one. Been a while since I've used this, but you're going to see lots and lots of different brands now that I'm no longer a content creator for Dixie Belle. It's been cleaned with TSP and then rinsed off, so you can get the TSP from Bunnings. It's called I can't remember. Anyway, it's cheap and you can just pre-mix it like you've seen me do many times with White Lightning. I believe White Lightning is TSP. Don't quote me on that. I am applying with my sleek, brand new one, 63mm. Looks like it's grey, but it will dry clear. Goes on clear, actually. The sky is grey again, guys. Looks like we've got rain about to hit, so it is like 7:30 in the morning. I'm getting this done before it pees down. This is just going to give me a good base to paint onto. I still don't know what colour I'm doing or what I'm doing. I did consider doing decoupage on the top, but I don't think I've got enough of any one design to do that. It's got great work time. I'm not feeling any stickiness. And I haven't read the instructions, guys, so if I'm doing anything wrong, then well, so be it. The paint will tell me. I don't think it's rocket science, is it? It's a primer. Paint it before you paint. Bingo, done. Here's that patched up area. I need to do another fill because it's sunken, because it's quite a big space, but then when that's done, that'll be good. That's the primer dry. You can't even see it's on there. Lignacolor, they kill it when it comes to products like this. Absolutely kill it. The self-leveling component is fantastic. One thing to remember with this primer is to not mix it with paint. So if you're trying to create your own colour primer, you can't do it with this. It will turn to glue. So it's clear for a reason. Keep it clear. It does its job, and it does its job very well. So can you really call yourself a furniture painter if you haven't used Annie Sloan Chalk Paint, who basically created this whole movement? Well, I hadn't used it before. So Annie very kindly sent me out some paint, some brushes. So this is, I'm going to be using the oval bristle medium. and even some stirrers. I like crap like this, guys, you know that. I just like stuff. But so I'm not working for Annie, she sent me these. So thank you very much, Annie. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit nervous. Right, I've decided that I'm gonna try Amsterdam green. I'm sure that's no surprise to anyone. It was always gonna be a green. Now I need to get stuck in. So it's been prepped. I've heard people say that you don't need to prep it. I'm always of the firm belief that you just prep. Annie, I've told you, I don't read instructions. Just going with what works for me and I'll learn as I go if it doesn't work. Let's get stuck in. Right, first of all, let's do the obligatory dip. Oh, I'm excited. I've been told by others that it's thicker than some paints I may have used. We'll see. Oh man. Oh. Jeez, look at that coverage. Can you see that? This 1 litre tin will last forever. So it's a chalk paint, the original chalk paint. So it's going to need sealing, and I've got Annie Sloan wax to do that. Loving using all different products. Now don't get me wrong, I wasn't exclusive with Dixie Belle, so whatever I use I chose to use, but when you've got a shed full of a certain product you're going to use it. At the moment I haven't touched the leg because I don't know what I'm going to do with them. It may be the colour they are goes really well with the stain I use, in which case I'll leave them as they are and just touch up the gold part. I'm just playing it by ear. So you've got a fair bit of work time here. It dries pretty much the same colour as it goes on. What I will do is put a second coat on and then I'll give it a really light sand. Annie, I'm sorry if that's not what it says in your instructions, but that's what I'm going to do. Actually, Annie, maybe don't watch this one. I'm going to take these feet off because I've already got paint on them. So what I might do is sand these back and then they'll be, I can make them exactly the same colour as the drawers, can I? Yep, I'm going to do that. As with the drawers, this is coming off really easy, so I'm just going to hand sand it. So this is sandpaper. I get this on a roll from Sleek Brushes Australia. I think they got different size rolls. I just get the biggest. For the top, I've just used a sanding block with the sandpaper wrapped around it. For the body, because there's some areas where it's harder to get to, I'm going to use Purico wet and dry sanding pads. Comes with 4, and there's 320, 220, 120 and 80. So I'll use the 320. Oh, it's double-sided too. The weather has been unkind to me, so I'm just going to do stuff while I can. This is on the back. I've just sanded this, just showed you that. Now I'm going to wax it. So I'm going to do it in sections. I'm using Annie Sloan Chalk Paint wax in the clear and Annie Sloan wax bristle large. Love the shape of this. It's like a rounded top. Normally I would sand it all first. I just want to do this whilst it stopped raining, just so I can show you this, and then I'm going to do it to the entire piece. But you can see what it does to the colour. It just brings it all back. Beautiful. Working with new products can obviously be challenging, but look what I've achieved here. I haven't shown you this process because this process came of a mistake. So I wasn't filming it. Basically, I painted it, then I put some wax on, but the Annie Sloan wax starts to go off pretty quickly. It's really hardy stuff. It's top quality, and I'm not used to that. That sounds terrible. I'm not used to a product going off so quickly. So you have to work in small sections. So I didn't. I was just like, right, I'll just throw it all over the top. And then working it in was hard. So I rubbed it back a little bit and then started to put paint over top, and then I got this look, which I love because now it really looks like a rustic top. But now I have to replicate this over the entire piece. Look at the different shades in there. So that's come from me sanding, and then I started seeing colours coming through, and I was like, no, I'm really loving this. And then I sanded more, then I put some wax on. I was stoked with the top of this, really stoked. So I put a sneak peek on Instagram and I tagged Annie Sloan, and straight away she picked up that I was painting in straight lines. Apparently you don't do that with Annie Sloan paint. And the wax is better left on overnight and buffed in the morning. Who knew? See, I don't read instructions, and I explained to them this before I started painting. I don't read instructions, I learn as I go. Honest to God, I'm happy with what I learned, I love it. But apparently there's a better way. How would Annie know? Like, did she make it or something? It's the next day, and I've just buffed the top of this, like Annie suggested. And oh my God, look at this, can you see that sheen? The next kicker is, I'm going to use the original draw pulls. So, those holes that I filled in, I'm going to have to open back up. I'm going with Purico in the colour Sepia. I'm applying with my Purico sponge applicator. I've already sprayed the draw fronts just with some fresh water, just to give me a bit more movement with the stain. Apply it to the feet, just so I've got a bit more control. I'm just going to use my chopped off sleek 38mm brush. See what I mean about that colour? It's lovely. Oh, I love it. This is the stencil that I've made with a Cricut. I'm going to be using Annie Sloan stencil brush. Right, so what I'm doing now is just taking off the transfer tape. So I've got my Annie Sloan green out, a little bit of paint, and then dab it off. Now, because this is stuck down, the risk of bleed through, that means getting underneath it, is really low. But there is still a risk, and I don't want to risk it, so I'm not doing it. I'm going to dab, I'm not going to brush. So this is it, guys, the last step, finally. this is not going anywhere apart from in my spare room. Using new products is a learning curve, especially when there's a little bit of pressure when it is the OG of furniture products. Annie gave me some feedback on the usual process for using her paint, which is painting in different directions, not in straight lines, and applying the wax, leaving it overnight and buffing the next day. I didn't do any of that. I'm still stoked. That's just luck. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for sticking with me, and I'll see you next time.